This whole situation with the Lakers is crazy, and the more that you really look into it, the worse it gets. So if you didn't see it, Luka goes down against the Oklahoma City Thunder, tweaks his hamstring, leaves the game, then somehow comes back, tweaks it again, and that was it. He never returned. Now after the game, JJ Redick came out and says that the doctors cleared him, they wouldn't risk a player's health. That sounds cool, but let's be real for a second. If everything was truly safe, why did it get worse? Because hamstrings don't magically heal in the middle of a game. Those are one of those injuries, if you feel it once, your night should be over. And that's where this gets interesting, because this is not just about an injury, this is about the system. Because here's the part we have to talk about. The 65 game rule might have just played a big role in all of this. Luka has played 64 games. He needed one more game to qualify for major awards like MVP and All-NBA First Team. So he was pushing through a hamstring injury during a regular season game. Come on, you don't have to be a conspiracy theorist to connect those dots. We've already seen reports all season about players managing minutes differently because of this rule. Teams and players are aware of it, but whether they admit it or not doesn't matter, because they know awards equals legacy, money, and respect. And here's the part that makes it even tougher. Luka already missed 2 games earlier this season for the birth of his child, and which is obviously bigger than basketball. But now, those 2 games might end up costing him an All-NBA spot. That's crazy. We're really at a point where real life moments are affecting career accolades because of a games played threshold. That's not what the league should be about. Now let's fast forward a little bit. This isn't just about awards anymore, this is about the season. Because they're saying that he'll be out for about 3 to 6 weeks with his hamstring injury. Best case scenario, he comes back sometime in the second round. But that means the Los Angeles Lakers have to survive the first round without him. And that's where everything falls apart. Let's be real, without Luka, this team isn't built to win a playoff series. Not in the West, and it gets worse, because it's not just Luka. You've got Austin Reaves dealing with his own injury. He's reported to be out 4 to 6 weeks. So now you're missing your best player and your second option at the same time. In the playoffs, yeah, good luck with that. So now the conversation shifts to matchups, because that's the only hope left. If you're the Lakers, you're praying for the easiest possible first round opponent. And honestly, if I'm them, I'm hoping to get the Houston Rockets. And that's not disrespect, it's just reality. They're young, inconsistent, and right now, they don't even have a floor general to control everything. That's a matchup where maybe, just maybe, you can survive. If you run into the Denver Nuggets or the Minnesota Timberwolves, it's most likely over. Those are complete and disciplined teams that will expose every weakness you have. And right now, the Lakers have a lot of weaknesses. Which brings us to the biggest question. Can LeBron James carry them? And I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think so. Not anymore. And I'm on the side of him being the greatest player ever, but in reality, I don't think he can turn the clock back far enough to carry this roster. That's asking too much, even for him. And if somehow, they get out of the first round, that's the ceiling. Second round exit at best, because eventually talent, depth, and health catches up to you. And right now, the Lakers are losing all 3 of those battles, which leads to something bigger. This might be the beginning of the end, because if you really think about it, if the season ends in the first round, what does LeBron James do? Does he stay, or does he look at the situation and say, I've done enough here? Because at this stage of his career, he's not trying to rebuild, he's not trying to wait, he's trying to compete. And if that's not possible in LA anymore, then yeah, we might be looking at his last season with the Lakers, or even the final season of his career. Now let's circle back to something important, the 65 game rule. Because this situation is exactly why people don't like it. You're putting players in a position where they feel like they have to play every single game, even when their body is telling them not to. And that's dangerous. If I'm running a league, I'm making the threshold 60 games simple, or even better, shorten the season. Because what's the point of protecting the regular season if it ends up ruining the postseason? And now everything comes down to one question. Will the NBA make changes to protect the players? But yeah, this situation is bigger than just one injury. It's about the system, the pressure, and the risk players are being put under. And we might have just seen the consequences play out in real time. So yeah, do you think the 65 game rule played a role in this? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.